maregerero kuvavhangeri vatungamiriri naichochiita chauya makata anaya kuzorumbidza Mwari tiri pakati penguva yekurangarira kunyarara kwenzwi. Chiitiko chinova chiitiko chakaitika gore ra2003 mumashure mekushungurudzika kwenyama yange yakatakura masimba ewaya, mumashure mekushandwa kwebasa gurusa kwemakore 43, vanhu vachirapwa pasi rino rese, vachirapwa vachioneswa zvishamiso zvatanzwa vapopu vabva kupupura vachitaura mapipi avakaona vachiitirwa naive Mwari. Naizvozvo ngatirumbidzei Mwari. Ndichaedza kutaura nemashoko mashoma mururimi rwechirungu kuda kuitira kuti vamwe vasingamboshona wanze havo. As we all commemorate the passing on of the host, which happened in the year 2003. 2003 was a very difficult year for the host family and the congregation in general. It was a very long year for us because we took turns to try and give the host a very comfortable life during the difficult times that she was going through. As we all heard from the testimonies in the morning, that it was the year 2003 that we had to take him to South Africa when he started not feeling well. So we had to take trips as the family, take turns to go and take care of him. As we all know that our mother had also passed on in the year 2000, and we, the children, were the ones that were around him at that time. It wasn't easy. We had been forewarned, though, that there are no spare parts for our human bodies. We are born with 2 eyes, we are born with 2 legs. If you lose a leg, you might be lucky to get an artificial one. But when your internal organs start wearing by age or by probably the lifestyle that you'll be living, you might not be able to get a replacement. So in this case, we did try that we could. We took him to South Africa, to the hospital, the best hospitals that we could take him to. He was going through dialysis, and as you all know, we reached a stage where the dialysis sessions were not yielding any help. And it was a difficult time for us to stomach, but we had to face reality because we had been warned and he had prepared us for this. So it came to pass that in the year 2003, on the 6th of December, the voice went silent. The voice that God had, that we all live by today, that we all read and guide our lives. We all get our guidance from the holy books that the Holy Host gave us. So the voice went silent, and that meant that he had laid down the button stick on the ground for each and every one of us to pick it up and take this work of salvation further. We did hear in the morning, this morning, that if you are a track runner, you be handling the button stick, and in a relay, you obviously want, or you are to stick to your lane so that you go and hand over the button stick to your team member. Us as Kotaramari children, what are you doing with the button stick that God laid down for you? Are you sticking to your lane? Are you running with it in order to succeed? Are you running with the button stick, crisscrossing the lanes and tripping the other runners? Have you dropped your button stick? Have you lost hope in God? Or are you walking backwards or running backwards against the tide? Those are the things that we all have to ask ourselves and introspect and find out from ourselves that, are we doing the right thing? Are we sticking to our lane? Are we doing progressive things? Since God has given us the power, the healing power that is within us in Kutaramari. We had other testimonies that there are members that joined Kutaramari after the passing on of the Holy Host, after the voice went silent. They have found salvation. The power within Kutaramari is still saving his children. So it is important for us to make sure that the lessons that we got from God in person in the 43 years that he was amongst us are what we live for and what we live by. So as the host was went silent, the voice went silent in the year 2003, I, being a member of the host family, I was tasked with the duty of making sure that the body of the Holy Host is interred at the place that he had declared he wants to be interred. So the task wasn't such an easy task. I had to reveal that to the family and the elders at Kutaramari, because I had been the one that had been told exactly what's supposed to be done. I had been told that years before it happened. I tried to keep it as a secret, but it wasn't so easy because I needed to tell somebody so that when this time arrives, I shouldn't have difficulty in letting the rest of the family and elders in Bucharamari to understand exactly what was said, because some of it was a bit unusual. As you all witnessed, those who were there, the casket that was used was a very unusual one. So I had stated all those things to my sister, the late Anne. I had told her exactly what needed to be, what I had been told by the host then. And when I revealed that to the family, to the rest of the family and the elders at Kutaramari, it's something that they really accepted. And we had to take a trip to Nyazura for me to go and show them exactly where the host had indicated that he wants to be interred. I showed them the place, it was marked. We actually went down there with builders and they marked the place. And we also informed the local leadership that that is what had happened, and we were looking to descending to the Nyazura with a lot of people on a set date to come and inter the body of the Holy Host. So whilst we traveled back to Bulawayo, the builders and other members were preparing for the final place of rest. We did make all the preparations, the necessary preparations that were supposed to be done, and we then managed to fly the body to Nyazura via Harare, where the body was taken onto a helicopter. I was one of the people that were on that helicopter, and I was surprised when we were just about to arrive that the pilot was actually taking a wrong route until I'm not a pilot, but I realized I was looking down on the ground. I realized that he was actually flying away from the homestead. He was taking a wrong route, and I had to redirect him and tell him, now look, I think you are going the wrong way. So he did turn the helicopter back towards the homestead, and we had a safe landing. When we landed there, it wasn't easy. God's children were all happy, ululating and crying. The drums were beating, and it was such a joyous moment full of tears as well. So we did carry on with the, the proceedings. But I was surprised to hear that whilst we were flying in the helicopter towards the homestead, the people that were on the ground, they say they saw two helicopters. There was one that was leading the way and the one that was behind. So these are the miracles that we're always talking about, that God gives some people eyes, spiritual eyes, to see wonders that others might not see. So we must be steadfast in Gutaramari and keep this holy work amongst us for the generations to come. We are the ones that are now holding the baton. We should be able to keep to our lane. Each and every one of us has been designated a duty in Gutaramari. You need to stick to your lane and do God's work the way that we taught, so that the generations to come, we will find this power intact forever.